Hey, it don't even matter where you at, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At a club, at a light, at your girl house, your grandma's house, it don't even matter, man. Real shit. Matter, man. Hey, see a motherfucker stunting through your motherfucking hood. That nigga got out of state place. Hell no. Hey, man. Tell that pussy ass nigga. Welcome to the foe, motherfucker. Say. If you the west side, nigga, chunk it up. If you the east side, nigga, chunk it up. Bitch, chunk it up. Chunk them folks up, nigga. If you the north side, nigga, chunk it up. If you the south side, nigga, chunk it up. Bitch, chunk it up. Chunk them folks up, nigga. I love the way these Okie hoes be giving brand, but anyway, it's later, man. Let's get back on my city, man. Say Eastside niggas if you know your slab on Jordans, man, from lane to lane. Swing that motherfucker, man. And outside niggas if you know your shit is just the stains that make the niggas in the back say move, bitch, I'm switching lanes. My Southside niggas if you know your shit is still in the game, then drop your strain and make sure that just bigger than you.
4,
3,
2,
1.
Go.
Let's go.
Chill.
Back, and we are back on the Durka podcast, man.
Let's go.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all is doing it, man. Let's get them subscribers up, man. Like the videos,
Hey,
man.
click the like. Click the like.
Watching us,
Keep
man.
it coming.
We is trying to do this for y'all and all for y'all.
You know.
So, you know.
Hey, we're going to start the podcast off like we start every show, man. This is out of respect for, our fallen soldier.
Yes, sir.
R.I.P. Marky D.
R.I.P.
We got to say that one time for the one time.
Yeah, man.
You hear me? And then shout out to Love Over Wealth. You hear me, man, for the T-shirt. Let me plug my dude real quick.
Man.
Holla at Jamal on Facebook, Instagram, all of these social media platforms. You hear me?
Yeah,
But, yeah, man, my man's out here doing it. This the second one he came out with. You know what I mean? My boy Joe Billion and my boy Jamal. So y'all holler at him on Facebook and Instagram and all the social media platforms, man. They doing they shit, they thing.
Yeah, that motherfucker fire, man.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't forget that Bet That Mustard. You know what I'm
Bet That
saying?
Mustard, man. That's made by
Let's
Pop,
plug.
man.
Let's plug that in too.
You know, that's in house right there.
That's in house. Yeah, let's keep that going too.
Yeah, that's in house right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing.
What's the topic for today, though, my brother?
The topic for today. I know we touched on it last week, man, because it just came. It's gonna keep on coming out, because man, we was talking about that relationship stuff. So, what we looking for is that submission.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We trying to really understand if we all understand what submission is, woman and man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because I think last episode we had like some kind of like misunderstanding.
It was some discrepancy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was some misunderstanding. So we was gonna clarify some things. So.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of notes. We got a lot of research been passed around the table. So everybody going to get their perspective. I'm interested to hear my damn self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this from a educational standpoint of view. I ain't really even tripping on nothing because I'm coming from a single viewpoint. So I can't really speak on the relationship topic, but I'm interested to learn too.
Yeah. So with that, man, we all gonna make sure y'all get a little learning experience out of there. I'm gonna start it off, and I'm gonna read this definition that I got for it, because we all need to understand. And I know it's probably some other definitions, but we all do our own little research. You can Google it, just like I did. Y'all heard Kanye, Google it, But for submission is an act that is expressed mutually and voluntarily. Being submissive helps us to be less self-centered. You hear that? And allows us to consider the desires of others. Submission has nothing to do with being weak, but allows us to be strong enough to open our hearts to others.
There you go.
That's pretty layman terms right there,
Mm-hmm.
That's just a person coming out and being genuine, and that's really what you signing up for.
Right.
So, I got a whole bunch of examples, but I'm gonna move it around. I can give you one of my examples right now, of being submissive, and that is trusting. I say that word, trust.
Good.
Trusting your man enough to let him show you the way sometimes. And I will express sometimes too, because we all know that we can submit to the wrong people,
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's where that sometimes come in. That you got to really break down everything, and I know, you know, for myself, I can only speak, and I won't try to speak for all the men, but I have no problem with submitting, you know, especially if my woman is submitting, you know, to her fullest ability, and I know that comes with a job. So,
because I was gonna be my question.
Come on with it.
As far as when we talk about submission between men and women, is the woman? Are we going 50-50? Is 50-50 involved in that?
Well, I think it's 100%, really, because that's if you're going off yourself being submissive.
No, I'm talking about finances.
Well, I think that's going along y'all being in that relationship and y'all talking about and you submitting to who's ever gonna do that part. Now,
Because I feel like it's personally, not to cut you off. I feel like it's unfair for men to expect women to be submissive when you got her helping you pay bills.
But
and you either want her to submit and be the woman while you lead, or you want her to be in her masculine energy too at the same time.
You want to take that? You want me to take that? Because
Go ahead, brother.
What I got to say about when I heard you say masculine energy, you being in that, and if we taking it like that, well, first I want to say that some women don't mind taking care of their man in that way and, you know, spreading it. But with that being said, I have no problem with taking care of everything, and that's a part of being the submissive part in that definition, is that you submitting to my lead. You know, so if I'm leading, then I'm taking care of the bills, and if you working and you want to do that other stuff, then, you know, the nails and all that stuff, now that's just extra. Because what is man asking for, you know, as far as cosmetics?
I feel like
from a woman.
I mean, you might have some dudes that's out here getting some haircuts from
we talking about that spray on.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I ain't buying no man no shoes.
I mean, and you have some women that's out there buying all they men they shoes for real though.
You know what?
I sat there and witnessed it my damn self. So you can't sit up there and say that ain't though some part-time sugar mamas out there too. That's out there and they just doing their thing and they bossed up and they got it like that.
I think
you
that's
know
just
the
a
old
part of
school women say you buy a man shoes, he gonna walk out your life. I'm gonna buy you everything but shoes.
But if we going on the old school, and that's what I was gonna touch on too, man.
I'm just gonna say you be a damn lie if you say that there ain't women out here buying me and J's every damn time they drop, and buying them all the new game consoles every time that shit drop, or buying them the latest and greatest Apple watches because they serving that thing.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? And they in love with them head over heels.
But I ain't buying shoes though.
Come on now,
I ain't gonna buy shoes.
Just because of that saying, you gotta get off that old school, because you ain't old school no more.
So you telling me that when you decide to settle down, you think that this dude might be the one, marriage material?
I'll be like, baby, you like these shoes?
If he asks for a pair of shoes, you're not gonna go buy him no pair of shoes.
I'm not gonna go buy them myself. Like, he gonna buy them. I might give him the money, but he's going to buy them.
Come on now, that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Come on now.
It's not. That's different from me going to the store and being like, oh, he wear a size 9. Let me get, you know.
Hey, okay, since you saying it like that, then when you out with your ladies, or if y'all getting into it with something, you ain't saying take my shoes off and shit. You know,
nah.
You ain't arguing saying I bought them or nothing.
Nah, take it with you, bye.
So, okay, in the argument, if I'm staying there.
No, take it with you. Get out.
No, I'm saying that we still there. You saying you ain't saying I bought you them damn shoes and stuff. You ain't bringing up all the stuff that you done did.
Because if I bought it for you,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
for me personally, if I bought it for you, it's yours. Take it, bye.
I mean, hey. But that's the same thing. But
I'm not buying shit.
Yeah, you ain't finna. you basically saying it ain't no backtracking with you. You ain't finna be just buying somebody something, and then the next week you finna be talking about how what you did for them.
No,
you know
for real.
I feel you. I respect that.
Nah.
That. You know what I mean?
Because ain't nobody got time.
Right.
Yeah. And it was money that I had when I bought it at the time, so ain't no point in me crying about it later.
Okay, so in y'all's research, did y'all find anything on what it means to submit as a man to a woman, and what it means as a woman to a man? Did y'all have anything that broke that down?
I didn't like what I found.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, everything that I researched so far, and I mean I've just really spent today on researching is just biblical terms. You know what I mean? Have y'all found anything outside of the biblical realm that explains on what it means to submit to your man or submit to your woman? No. You know what I mean? And then also what I was reading, it might be contradictory to everything y'all saying, is that we also have something that they're saying that 6 reasons on submission is not designed for dating relationships.
It's not designed for marriage.
So,
submission
but ain't that the pre?
No.
Ain't you dating to get married?
No.
Because that's like why. Okay, so you was talking about that last time.
Mm-hmm.
Submission comes with marriage. Our grandmas wasn't out here submitting to our granddaddies. They put I know mine wouldn't, and my mama wouldn't either. You're gonna put this ring on his finger. And then we'll talk about that after. Because you don't, like they say, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? I'm not going to sit here. But I think
that was a lot of those sayings that they was just bringing up, but they wasn't being honest and telling you what was actually going on.
All them sayings got deeper meanings, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the same time, it's 2022, so it's a different time.
Yeah. And it's a different time. I'm just going to be single forever, honey, because I'm too old school for the new school.
You ain't gotta say that. All you gotta do is
I say that all the time. I always say that I was born in the wrong era.
Me too.
So I always say that because I'm trying to chase something that I've watched since I was a little kid, and it's just not around anymore.
You had the blueprint already.
Yeah,
it's just not around anymore. People don't have the same values no more.
60, 70.
But
we ain't know until you hit that grade.
You can have that if it's a very rare occasion.
It's rare.
That's a very rare occasion.
Let me read this one more time. Because you in that being said, it said the masculine. When you was talking about masculinity, it says many men who are in touch with their masculinity at their core would jump at the chance to help a woman with something. Mm-hmm. Now you understand that, right?
I don't feel like that's necessarily submission. I feel like that's in a man's nature, like his natural masculine energy to want to help and provide. I don't feel
that's exactly what I read too. It's just basically they're saying that a man submits to a woman's need to feel love, and then they said that a woman submits to a man's need to feel respected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were saying why. They said why submit during a conflict. They said research reveals that during marital conflicts, a husband/wife most often reacts when feeling disrespected, and the wife/husband reacts when feeling unloved.
Yeah.
So there you go. You know what I mean? It's a give or take. Yeah. So that's the reason why they're saying submit. And I totally concur with that. You have to submit to something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like with men,
and feeling loved, I feel like is reasonable if she's doing XYZ for you. Making sure you straight.
Well, yeah, but that in turns, if you messing with the right man, then if you submitting, he's submitting to you because of whatever you asking for. He's in turn giving that to you. It's not an argument. Like things is moving along in a relationship. Mm-hmm. As if you is in a relationship, and each person is asking for something. Something is getting old, or something need to be happening new. Something, but I don't know how it is all the time, but I know that most time it's been the woman saying that I need more. I mean,
so you saying that the man gets comfortable in a relationship, and then the woman is the one that's always ever evolving in the relationship and making conflicts. Is that what you trying to?
I'm saying that we simple. And what was my simple? I had a saying.
There's a book. It's called "Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus." Mm-hmm. Have y'all read it?
No, but I heard about it.
Oh, it's really good, and it talks about that, like the differences between men and women. He talked about men's desire to feel respected and women's desire to feel loved. Yeah. I don't necessarily. I'm a woman, so I can't be like, we're just complicated as fuck. No, I feel like we're human, and
you gonna communicate.
No, I feel like we're human.
But why are you touching on that topic?
Men should be more.
Is there ever like a situation where you look back as a woman and you look like, man, that's some weird ass shit? Like, do other women look at other women?
Okay, since I've been pregnant with myself, yeah,
it's making you pay attention to yourself and other women. I feel
like a whole alien. I'm so like emotional now that I've been pregnant. I'll be crying.
Yeah,
like over the smallest thing, and then get mad at myself because I'm crying. Like, I ain't no motherfucking crybaby, bitch. Why is you crying? Like, that's how I talk to myself.
Yeah.
So in that respect, yeah. But as far as like, I don't consider myself one of them weird females that, you know. Like,
I mean, but can you name one thing that
you know, like,
can you name one thing that somebody might have complained about you?
I'm stubborn. And I know I'm stubborn.
Would that come with submission of being stubborn?
Yeah, but what they fail to realize is there ain't no ring on
But how
his
you gonna get to
finger.
it? How you gonna get to the
like,
ring?
you know, I'm not gonna audition for 50 years for no man. Okay, you can see we cooks, we clean. You know, sex be good. I'm supportive. You know, emotionally, mentally, all of that. Me and my exes, majority of us are still friends, like to this day.
So
I can call them. We can have a conversation. We'll talk about they bitches. I can talk to them about my niggas.
Have they ever told you what was the problem between y'all?
I'm hard-headed, and I got an attitude.
And you want to be married though.
What?
So how's you gonna be married and you know you're
hard-headed? Because it ain't that bad. They always come back. My attitude ain't that bad. You wanna eventually you wanna be back in my good graces. Once you calm down, you be like, damn.
But why not keep the peace?
I mean, because if you ain't bringing me no peace, what I'm gonna give you peace for?
But a man,
it work both ways.
Man and his masculine energy is gonna be an peaceful thing.
No, I was talking about this the other day. I feel like a man and his broke energy is gonna be a complicated thing.
No, because money ain't gonna make.
Men are unbearable when they don't have money, and their attitudes are horrible. And then us women be trying to stick beside them, and we get.
Now, see, that's a whole different topic.
Fucked up. Sorry. Okay, my bad. Train leaving the track.
I mean, no. I mean, it's still surrounding what we talking about, but damn, you know.
While we trying to help them build, we got to deal with the unbearable ass attitudes because y'all pockets running low.
Yeah,
but then we expected to submit. Like, no, because now I got to try to figure out.
That's who your choice was, though.
Yeah.
And if you is in it with somebody, was they starting out with money or did they just come in?
It depends.
Let's depends on what?
We started out, you had money and you lost a job.
Okay, then that's where your support come in, is what you said you was.
Yeah.
You supporting the financial part of it.
But then y'all want us to be submissive to unbearable attitudes. And then y'all wonder why we got attitudes.
Well, we submitting to y'all attitude already because we know what we trying to get in the end.
And what's that? You said it last time. You said it last
podcast. I'm trying not. You know, last time it might have got me a little trouble, you know. But hey, man, we'll say or do anything.
Okay.
To get that pussy.
But still, but if I'm supporting you and being there for you, why wouldn't I get the best version of you? Even regardless of what area you feel like you are financially.
Because I'm just saying, what is the best route to go about if that is the end game goal? Like, man, it's almost like it needs to be drawn out. Like whenever you first start, you know, even like courting each other, as y'all put it, like it need to be drawn out what the expectation is, man. Because it's like
really we need a term dictionary for all this shit if it's going over that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like to me, it's like if basically submitting is a husband and wife thing, and that's a serious level in a relationship, then the dating stage is just y'all just bullshitting, y'all just playing, and then some people are dating for 7-10 years. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like people aren't intentional about dating.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it need to be drawn out from the get go, from the jump. What do I expect out of this relationship? It's almost like it's a damn business interview.
If we was going back, like what she was saying, you want to take it back to how it was in the back, you know, in the old days, you know, women was more aggressive with being married.
And they didn't play.
It wasn't, I'm about to give you some, lay down and keep giving you some. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, I ain't trying to knock nobody's hustle or nothing, but that's the damn smart thing to do. Like, why you keep on giving up the goods if ain't nobody talking about taking care of you? You know? I always said that there's no reason why you should be giving up any draws if your baby ain't ate nothing. You know what I'm saying? That your baby is needing something.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why in the fuck are you giving him any benefits and he ain't did shit for your kids? You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's just real shit.
Yep.
So
yeah, that goes back to the picker.
Yeah.
That's who they pick. You know, and I'm just be frank, and that's who the woman pick.
Man, look, people be going into these relationships and they be just expecting to change people. That motherfucker ain't gonna change.
It ain't gonna change. You getting who
Period.
you get.
You getting what you get. You get what you see.
They didn't say
you know, all of those red flags you seen at the beginning when y'all was gonna get, you know, whatever, you know, it's still there. That shit ain't went nowhere, and that person is 10 times worse now because now that they got comfortable, and they representative then wore off, and you getting exactly who the fuck they is. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Yeah.
So that really come with a person coming in and being real and showing who they is. You know, usually a person will give somebody, you know, a few months. You know,
and then they gonna show they motherfucking that. Niggas turn into Chucky about month 3.
But then that still goes to you know you.
Let me quit calling them niggas. I'm sorry.
You know. Well, you know, I heard Charleston White say something earlier, and he said, what did he say? About niggas? He called it something else. He said never ignorant, getting goals accomplished.
That's a cool little spin.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. I said I'm gonna take it. I'm trying to, you know, stop using that myself, man. You know, because I do see us in a different light. You know, I love us. You know.
Look, I love us too.
You know.
Some of us get on my nerves.
Hey, man, but that come a part of with us being up. We all family. You grew up with your family. You know what your family is, and you dealing with them because that's your family. But if we step out in the world and we dealing with the world, with what we living in, and that's what you growing accustomed to. So, I think that just all is what is coming back to that submission part. You submitting to the world. You submitting to that job.
And that's what I was going to ask.
I was going to wait on it.
Go ahead.
You know, because I know women submitting to that job. You know, they going in and they listening to that white man. And, you know, I ain't trying to disrespect
it's black men doing it too.
They listening to that man. You know, I'm just going to say that man, that other man.
Just saying. It's black men doing it too.
But hold up. Well, I'm trying to spin it for you, though. You listening to that other man that ain't your man. And you submitting to him.
If my man want to take me off the job,
That's coming in being a partner, or we deciding if we're gonna be partners or in this, or if I'm gonna be the provider, or you know, that's the conversation in the beginning.
At this point in my life, the conversation is, I don't want to work no more.
Yeah, well, that's where you got to.
You say you don't want to work no more?
Yeah, if a man come into my life, you're gonna take me off my job. I'm gonna have a choice of whether or not I want to work. Because I look at my daddy gave my mama a choice whether or not she wants to work. Do you want to go to work or do you want to stay home?
But I don't. Okay, now I kind of disagree with that.
Hey,
I mean, like I said, I've never been in a relationship where I'm not the provider. You know what I'm saying? I haven't provided. But man, I don't think that you should change your game up at all.
But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be a hustler.
From a woman's perspective, you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
You shouldn't change a thing about you. Like
not going to work mean I'm not gonna hustle. Because as a woman, like that's always in me. But I'm not gonna get up and go clock in on somebody else's
I'm not even talking about from a job
clock in on somebody else's
perspective.
Clock.
I'm talking about from all aspects of life. Like you shouldn't be going to the gym any less. You shouldn't be doing your cooking thing any less. You shouldn't be reading the books that you was reading any less. You shouldn't be studying for what you want to be in your life any less. Your goals that you wanted to achieve any less. All of that shit matters when you come into a relationship. I feel like some people that they get into a relationship, they get comfortable, and then they lose themselves. Like they totally aren't the person that person got with in the first place, and that shit is gonna kill a relationship in the long run. You can't come into a relationship and then automatically assume that, okay, once I get with somebody and they come into my life, that's it. I'm done with that shit forever. Yeah. Nah, you can't come with that. You gotta come with the same shit that you been coming with. And I feel like that's part of bringing something to the table. That's what building is.
But what? Okay, what am I bringing to the table?
Here we go.
Like that. Where is this fucking table?
That's the table.
Why does this table even fucking exist?
Listen. Any aspect of a relationship. No. Listen to me. Any aspect of a relationship is based off of your mate. I feel like your mate is damn near one of the most important decisions you make in your life, because you can spend 6 years behind somebody and that person could drag you down to nothing, and you done wasted all of that time, and you've missed all that time. Time is the most valuable thing you have on this planet. So based off of your decision on what you made, you're gonna end up with a single mother with three kids, and she's stuck having to do that shit all by herself, or you're gonna be stuck with somebody that's gonna come out and they're gonna be your knight in shining armor, and you ain't gonna have to do a damn thing for the rest of your life, but you still out here gotten to get it. You see what I'm saying? You don't stop your game just because you got with somebody that benefits you. You add something to it. That's what bringing something to the table means.
Okay, so
you see what I'm saying? You gotta have some kind of have some kind of profit in the game.
On this right here,
you have to. You adding something to the ingredients. You see what I'm saying? You can't take the chicken back out the flavor. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, cause did you see how I just looked at you?
What? I'm just gonna keep it $1.
Yeah. Like, okay. So
once it's in there, it's in the pot. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't coming out.
So with the table, anywho, me, I'm a hustler. I got other different stuff going on outside of just going to work.
Correct.
My dream has never been to work a 9-to-5 job. I do it because I have to. So whatever person that I'm with, the same way that I would allow him, if he needed to be able to take his time to go and build his dream, I need to be able to do the same.
Okay, but okay.
So when I say I'm not clocking in.
But keyword. You said to go achieve your dreams.
Yeah.
What you said at first was I'm done working.
I'm done.
Is that
period.
a part of the
But I feel like I should have that choice as a woman, especially if a man is coming into my life and his vows to me are to protect and provide. If we had that conversation before,
so
like you said, if that conversation has been had before, then I'm gonna take. That's gonna be.
How is he coming in to?
That's gonna be an
support
option.
Your dreams though. Whenever you saying that you submitted or you get into the submitting part, and you supposed to be submitting to his dreams.
I feel like a man that's comfortable and a man that trusts the woman that he's with ain't gonna have no problem with her supporting him and doing what she need to do on the back end.
Well, I'm talking about if we was talking about the support part, we would be saying like, I wanted to start my business and it was a small business. I got 30,000 to spend. I'm about to go do this, but if I presented that to you being in a relationship, how would you go about? And we not married, like where's you?
We're not married. That's your money.
So you saying that you just gonna be on this side? You gonna be on this side, and I'm really you want the man to submit to you already before marriage and all that stuff too.
I'm talking about in marriage.
Well, we talking about submission period. That's what I thought we was talking about.
Okay.
Because submission comes at all, in yourself.
Either way, I'm not worried.
I have to submit myself to work like I was, you know what I'm saying.
But you're gonna do that with or without a woman?
Nah, I could choose to do whatever I want to do in my life.
I hear that a lot.
Men are gonna do that with or without a woman.
Nah,
I hear that a lot.
Nah.
I mean, I've been hearing that on a lot of social media now. Like, men are gonna do X, Y, Z with or without a woman. Like, but I don't.
Because it's true.
I don't understand. But that's what I guess what I'm saying is that
What
I don't
is
understand. Like, why would you get into a relationship if you're not adding nothing to the value? Of
I wouldn't understand that neither. But when I come as a woman, I want to be able to add. I don't need my value to come from how much money I got. Because really, if we honest, men aren't really looking at that anyway. Especially if he has. Okay,
so that's where the table come in, and it's saying like, what other than the money, what are you bringing in then?
I'm bringing in love. I'm bringing in genuine ass support.
Not all the emotional stuff that women be on. We talking about what physical, tangible things is you bringing
sex,
in.
If that's what he want. But that's what I'm saying.
That's an emotional thing.
This is where the men get it. Like, y'all talk about this table and be like, what do we bring? And y'all don't even know what y'all want us to bring.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do need somebody that I can talk to at the end of the night. I do need somebody that's gonna help my mental stability.
But if you got the money, do you need somebody to come and help pay the bills?
But then I do. No, I mean, I can take care of myself and then some.
Okay,
I'm just saying, but it would also be beneficial if I had somebody that was a go getter just like I was. And in the midst of me taking care of the household, you was in the background. You was plotting on how to make the household bigger and better. If we start off as a 1 story, I need you to be in the background thinking on how to get a 2 story. That's all I'm saying. Is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a financial thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be an inherited thing to where you come from a long line of money. I'm just saying, what can you bring to the table as far as helping us in the future, helping me in the future to help us in the future. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you for making it make sense. You made it make sense. Okay. This, at the end of the day, for me, I am that one. I feel like all women have that creative incubator energy. Like you take something and you can grow it. A lot of women don't use that. So when men, and I can say that because I've been proposed to by men who got stacks on stacks on stacks. And that one thing that they talk about all the time when they had this, I want to marry you, was my mind. The way I think. The way that, like you say, when I give you this, what do you take and what do you do with it? How do you process the money, the check that I just told you I got? What would you do with that?
Because that's what every real responsible man is going to be looking at. I mean, man, you're not. I mean, how can you build a dynasty and then the person that might take over your dynasty ain't equipped to take it over?
Exactly. So I get that part of it. I can't take that away from y'all. But a lot of men don't have nothing. Watch my mouth. Nothing.
But we gotta watch.
Be trying to build. Are we gonna take a savings account and put it together?
But
and it's not okay. Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is we gotta stop generalizing because we ain't really got to all men and all women in our life. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where I think that if this woman ain't doing it, then it's another woman out there doing. I'm not gonna downplay this woman and say that all women is doing.
Because say y'all ain't shit because a lot of men are building, but it's the truth.
Because of one woman done something to me though. I'm not gonna make it a big thing.
Well, I ain't said that all men ain't shit.
Why I'm saying that is because you got kids in the room and they hearing that, and then they learning that too, and then that's where. I don't want to speak on that, but that's where you're getting things changing in your household where you wouldn't see the normal stuff coming about. It's because they listening to that, and that's where if you want to talk about somebody, you don't say that all of them ain't shit. You generalize to that one person that did you wrong, and that's where your trauma. A lot of men don't have. That's where your trauma. A lot of men don't have stuff. A lot of men don't have shit, and that's not a knock on the black men that do. But what I'm saying is you got all these Build-A-Bear ass men that expect women.
Now break down what's a Build-A-Bear ass man. Like,
they want you to come in and help them build from the ground up. And then once they get like Kanye said, and when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl.
But that
it's
you gotta quit generalizing that too because all men ain't doing that.
But a lot of men are, and that's why now a lot of black women are pushing the narrative of not building with men.
I don't see
if he's not already assembled.
I don't see none of my
then we're not doing that.
Getting on and not taking care of their household and going to go mess with a white woman. None
of them. To him.
And you saying that these niggas is leaving them for a white girl.
Forget the white girl.
The niggas that's around me. Like if we was talking
forget
about
the white girl.
That's why I'm saying we got to quit saying that then.
Forget the white girl then.
Okay. Then what?
But they've been doing it for what? They've been doing it for years.
If it's not.
I'm going to help you build your whole life.
If it's not feminine enough, if it's just too manly for me, I'm gonna look for another feminine woman.
But my thing is, it was feminine enough and it was submissive enough for that woman to help you build your whole entire empire.
But that's on.
And then once she get on, now it's just too much. I'm too good for this. You wasn't too good for this when she was emptying out her bank account to invest in your dreams.
It's almost like a relationship needs to go through the same guidelines
as a marriage.
Not only just as
I'm
a
getting
marriage,
a prenup,
but as a business.
Oh, okay.
Like there needs to be like a 90-day probation period in the whole nine. There needs to be an interview. There needs to be all of that. Like all of this process goes into the relationship because it seems like people get into relationships without knowing what they actually want in the relationship, and then once the relationship gets to where it's at a certain point, people settle, and then you see who they really are. So there almost needs to be like a 90-day rule on that too. Like, but you just need to be able to cancel that shit.
There.
Like,
no, I feel like that comes with trusting your intuition too.
Well, we can keep on. Like what I'm saying is,
like forget a probationary period. If you know this person, you feel it in your heart that this person is not for you, then that person's not for you.
Yeah, and it needs to be an honest conversation about that. Too. Like don't let it linger into like now you a year in, you 2 years in, and it's like you didn't really like this motherfucker from 6 months in, but you just maybe that ass was too fat or something, or maybe that dude's bank account was too crazy, and you just stuck around just to stick around, and you had other reasons. Like if they don't match X, Y, Z on why you want to be in a relationship, you just need to go ahead and leave.
And I feel like we fall in love with potential too. I know women. A lot of women fall in love with potential. Yeah,
I feel like that's true. Like you always like. I feel like a lot of women want projects.
Mm-hmm. You know but that's what I said. But we don't like now. A lot of women are not. We're not pushing that build-a-bear mentality. Like I feel like I had it for a long time because like my mom and daddy, they've been married 37 years almost. When they started out, you know, they didn't have. My daddy was in the Guard. They got married, one car. Then had us. They own shit now. You know, they got stuff to show for the years that they put in together.
They with each other, though. They put the time in with each other.
Exactly. At first, I was like, "There's nothing wrong with that." But then now, as a woman, once you get to the point where you my age and you see that a lot of men don't have that, the loyalty and integrity to really stick by somebody like that anymore. Yeah. So they don't give the woman that security to feel like she can stick by you and build that kind of life with you. Men now, not all men, they don't make you feel safe and being able to just submit and let them lead.
On that topic, I want to ask you a question on that topic. Do you feel like social media has a part to play with all of this?
I do, most definitely.
Like with people having more options now.
Yes.
Like with people being inboxed more by people that they wouldn't regularly run into on a day-to-day basis.
But that makes it easy on the woman.
Because be jumping.
That make it easy on the woman. Anybody can jump in that inbox and you could take a pic. But that's where you, if we would have took it back, then we would be going out. You know, and we be recording, we be on some
and we have
dates.
To actually, like my daddy.
You would be asking real questions.
And you would know if a motherfucker was literally really into you. Like my mom and daddy, my daddy used to ride his bike from Dale City all the way to Jones to see my mama and when they first met. You get what? But
he submitted to go.
But you know when who real and who fake. Now it's easy for a nigga to roll over in the morning and send you and 5 other women a good morning text, and
that's why I always felt that I wasn't the ladies' man because I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time to be sending 5 different females or 5 different women.
If they know that, man, if they know that, why are you still there though?
You know what I'm saying?
All.
Huh?
I mean, because some people entertain that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If a woman knows that he's doing that, you mad about it. Why is he still there? But you're not gonna always know
that he's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how good he is at what he's doing. And I guess that's where they say your game is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because
people are sneaky.
Yeah. Of course they are. Yeah, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it believable.
With social media and the way phones and stuff are, it's easy for you to make a motherfucker feel special in seconds if you want to.
Right.
With that phone in your hand.
I preach honesty, man. If you come at me with that truth and organicness, that's the same way I'm coming at you. But to fix all that, you would have to hold seminars.
Yeah. I mean, what you saying?
Yeah. I ain't just trying to point the finger, on one side like that, because we all,
I feel like women, they play their part in it too.
I mean, I feel like society had a part to play in all of this shit. I mean, y'all, like I said, man, once you put people in an environment to where you doing what you see, I feel like you just gonna be, it's inevitable. And the sad thing about it is that you don't have any more role models. Like, I mean, we barely had any role models growing up, but you damn sure don't have any role models now. Yeah. Everything that is so-called a role model is an entertainer. Yeah. So that means they just looking at the TV for direction.
Yeah. Or these YouTube stars.
Look at the BBLs. You know what I mean? The BBLs just took off like it was like the new thing to do. And now it's like, people are starting to, backtrack on that too. And it's like you can just see monkey see, monkey do. It's just a trend, and you're gonna do it. You're gonna spend those bands to look like this latest and greatest Instagram model. You're gonna do whatever to try to get out of that rat race and then try to change your life. Because such and such did it and now she got over 1 million followers, so I think I can do it too.
Yeah, no. And I was thinking about that, like when we call ourselves influencers, like what are we really influencing? Like I feel like it's weird personally. Go ahead.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was actually having a conversation with somebody the other day that there needs to be like the OGs and the pioneers in the game. There needs to be almost like a board or like a council or something that. And they able to overlook.
That's that code you was talking about.
I mean, yeah, being on code, man. I really feel like, and that's another topic. We're gonna get on that on another day. But I really feel like black people as a whole need to start. What was your code look like? What is your top 10 things or what we need to harp on in our black communities?
Finance,
you know what I'm saying? To be on code. Sure. Yeah, I mean, because all of them needs to be touched on something. But it needs to be so transparent that even in the face of all these different races, it wouldn't matter because we're on code, even with them knowing it. You know what I mean? You just can't stop it. That's what being on code means, is that it's able to be in plain sight. There's no stopping it as long as we go day by day reminding each other what we need to be doing to help each other out, to benefit each other. You know what I mean? Period.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. So if we if we just want to take it all the way back, because I know we didn't spend everywhere, man. We didn't spend everywhere. I mean, it's all going. I'm trying to make it go ahead. Come on back home, because
come back.
I still hear submission in all of that, and that what I wanted to touch on too. Whenever you talk about your mom and pops, I know your pops too, man. He cool dude. But what I'm saying, I talked to my uncle, about marriage and all that type of stuff. And what he had told me, is that he had made the decision early on that he wasn't leaving, and that's what I feel like that was a part of submitting, right there. He submitted to what he wanted and he stuck it out for no matter what he did or what, happened in their relationship. That's what they did. And if like we don't talk about a lot of cheating and all that stuff, amongst families, just sitting down at the family get together. I'm sure that ain't a
hot topic.
We ain't gonna talk about. Well, back in the day, I cheated, and all that. Ain't nobody just doing that. But I think that's pretty healthy.
It would,
it would open the minds to everybody else. That our parents and our elders did make mistakes, and they are human. So. But I'm saying that too to say that it might get the woman, to see relationships in a different light too. To see that cheating might not be so bad.
Okay, but listen,
come on with it. I said
because I was just having this conversation the other day, and I'm gonna die on this hill. Okay, I don't care, boyfriend, husband, whatever. You cheat on me, I'm leaving.
That's pretty.
I don't care.
That's understandable though, because that means that there ain't no trust in you. I mean, that's something that you also preach too. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm on that trust stuff.
Because
I definitely don't want my woman to cheat on me, but I'm honest about mine.
But I know there's a lot of grannies out there that got cheated on and stayed.
Yeah.
But they got their lick back, and that was another conversation. Yeah. Y'all not gonna tell me grandma did not get her lick back when granddaddy cheated.
What you talking about? We talking about with the frying pan?
No, I'm talking about she got her lick back, and that's why everybody don't blame Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie gets go get your lick back. Come on, he all right.
So you
don't blame him.
So you saying tip for tat is how it works, but they stayed together though, huh? So
most definitely.
So what's wrong with women nowadays? If we ain't gonna do the one tip for tat, then we stay together, or we making that actual learning, situation.
I don't know. I personally would not stay. I know women that have that would.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'll look at you, I'm gonna say sorry, and I'm gonna head out.
Head on out.
That's it.
All
I can't speak for everybody. On that, I can't speak for everybody else. Yeah. I'm not gonna look my grandbaby in her face and like, yeah, I got my lick. Your granddaddy cheap, I got my lick back. No, because I'm that one I'm gonna be transparent with my kids, with my grandkids, all of that.
Yeah.
Because what am I going through this for? So you can get out here and go through the same thing? And
well, you got to watch some of it,
Not say nothing?
I mean, they can learn. They going to see anyway, because kids going to pick it. We learn more with our eyes than, you telling us.
Yeah.
So it's all on the parents' actions, So we're going to learn from that.
Mama left.
That's
what she did.
Yeah, I seen Mama left, but I seen Mama still single too. And Mama still want to be married.
But that's what I'm gonna keep my self-respect. I'm not gonna lose my self-respect trying to chase after no man. So what I'm gonna do, I will be single before I lower my standards. Ever. We either gonna be here, we not.
But you wouldn't think that you wouldn't be able to lower your standards none to move on. Like I'm talking about to be able to end your life with somebody. Because right now, what you saying is I'll be single till I die.
I will if I got to.
Do you know what that looks like though?
If I have to, it looks like I'm a woman who's comfortable in her own skin.
But let's put it into reality though. Mm-hmm. Let's say you're an old woman, you staying at home by yourself. Mm-hmm. Something happened, you fall over, can't get to the phone.
Mm-hmm. Life alert.
You just life alert don't work.
Shoot.
Life alert don't work.
I'll be okay.
And you fall and you really injure yourself and you can't move or nothing. Nobody's there to look out for you.
I mean, that could happen whether I'm married or not. I could be married. My husband died before me, and I still end up in the exact same situation.
I think that's another one of our downfalls. Is like I ain't gonna say it's pride, but we need each other.
We do need
we need each other,
See,
but we act like we don't need each other.
That's the thing. I'm not that woman that's like, oh, I don't need a man. Like, no. I very much am in tune and honest about the fact that I am a woman. I do know that I was created for a man. But what I'm not going to do is lower my standards for a man that doesn't understand the fact that I was created for him. So then he comes into my life and wants to treat me like I'm a lower version of who I really. No, it don't.
Because you
my picker cut them niggas loose. That's what my picker do.
So then if you picking the right one, then you will be in a relationship and you will be getting on and getting married. Is what you saying?
I could have been.
But that's past tense. Me too. I was engaged twice.
Me too. So
do you feel like do you feel like there's like just based on like intuition? Like, or is there like a certain guidelines that you need to look for? Like, what's the red flags that you need to see?
I mean,
just based off y'all's opinions, like what's the red flags you need to see whenever you are the picker or you picking, your mate.
I'm gonna pray
from a man and a woman.
I think it's gonna go off of what you actually want to deal with in your life because we all sit around and have likes or dislikes. Like I just said, I want a feminine woman. I want a woman around me. I don't want to have to feel like I want one of the bros at the house. And that might be a deal breaker, because we all looking for women. I'm not looking for a homie. We can be friends, but that's still something different. Friends is friends. I'm still looking for my mate to be a woman to me.
So you want your mate to be your friend and your woman, or you just want her to be your woman? Because it's like that kind of sound like you you want her to be your woman. You don't want her to be your friend.
What's the difference for you?
I feel like you can be friends with your man or you cannot. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
if that makes sense, you could be his woman, or you can be his friend,
or I can't,
and his woman.
But we either gonna have a good relationship or we ain't, because I'm either gonna communicate with her or I'm not.
Saying?
Being in a relationship doesn't require y'all to actually be friends.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I wasn't. I guess it wasn't clicking, Steven. Because I was like, it was like you was giving.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm damn sure not getting in a relationship that I'm with somebody I'm not friends with.
That's where I was wrong. Like,
because you don't want to feel like you with your homie.
Yeah.
Like,
my homie is something different. Like we might hit on each other. We feel excited and some shit. We see something. We might talk about some.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Even between my bros, I talk with certain bros about certain shit.
That I ain't gonna talk about with my woman.
I mean, that's just between the bros. Like,
it's not on no disrespect for something like I'm trying to go behind your back or something like that. It's just something that I know that my brother will understand me saying.
Right, correct.
Yeah,
he know me longer than my woman had.
Right, and I'm not here to judge him, and then he can feel that energy that I'm not here to judge him. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, if he was to present that to his woman might look at that in a certain aspect. I mean, I might not have the same viewpoints as him.
CJ,
but I don't know. I want to be able to.
She says what?
It's 50-50 until you cheat.
I feel like I want to be able to tell my partner everything, and I want my partner to be able to tell me everything. I don't want it to be we we hiding shit from each other. So in that aspect, I guess I do want to be my partner's homie because I don't want to be.
I'm not a homie with my girl because a homie ain't that a me. Like,
it's a what?
It's a homie, like it's like bro type shit. That's what I'm saying. No. I don't want my woman to be on that talk
friend,
like me.
Homie, lover, friend.
If I'm talking to a woman, I want to feel like I'm talking to a woman. Mm-hmm. Like if I say you my friend, you know what I'm talking about with my friend. I'm not saying you my homie, like you my dog and all that shit. Mm-hmm. It's not like that.
But I don't take it like that though. When you say
that's
homie,
how I'm taking it though, because it seems like kind of masculine to me. Is why I'm saying it.
I don't take it like that. When I hear homie, I don't think like. But I'm not a man.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I say my homies, I'm talking about my homies. If I say my female friends, I put it.
Okay.
I say my female friends. You know.
I got it. Cause I was confused. We back.
Bring it back. Bring it all the way back. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna be your friend. And I'm gonna be your lover. So.
But see, yeah, like okay, that's better because I was.
Yeah, I had to put it in a little more girl term for you. See how I submitted?
I like how you did that there.
So overall, what do y'all think? What do y'all think overall? What should be the bring it all home? What do y'all think as far as for man to woman and then woman to man? What do you think?
Let's take it on.
Periods. Submission is valuable regardless between a man and a woman going both ways. That's how I feel. Now, I don't feel like I said, me as a woman, a certain criteria you got to meet for me to be like, okay, I got you. I'm shutting up. I'll sit down. But I don't feel like the women that do submit off the top are wrong. That's their prerogative. It ain't mine.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, everybody is compromising, girl.
What about you? What do you think from the man's perspective?
Man, on the submission part, I feel like, and I'm just going to say it like that because I think it would put a lot of people in their feelings. That's why I'm going to say I feel like, because if I want to say I know what submission is, I mean, that's what I know, like what I want exactly. So if I want to put it in terms for everybody else, I think submission is definitely going to be needed more on the woman's part for a man if you looking for that man that you are desperately looking for, because of bringing up all the problems and all the other stuff that just don't matter to us, that matters to you, that didn't matter in the beginning is not submitting, to me. So that's where I feel like, you just submission needs to start with the woman, and then you're going to see that man submitting to you because like I was saying earlier, you gonna ask for a whole lot of things, and we gonna all change in this relationship, and I'm gonna change to be submitting to what you gonna change to be submitting to what I want, but we got to take the limit off of it is what I think that we doing. Feel like you submitting too much or more than the other person. That's where you was talking about ego and pride come along with it. We just had to really just throw that out, and submit yourself, just knowing. Because we not competing for nobody else. You the only one in your relationship. So you know what you doing. It's not like you running out and telling somebody, I submitted, and then somebody said, oh, girl, that's a bad thing, But it's just you having you being yourself, and yes, that's what you want to do in your relationship. So that's just where I really feel like.
From my point of view, I feel like submission on both ends, man and woman, is totally 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have to compromise and dedicate yourself to making the relationship work. And if there's not a full-on 50-50 compromise and, and y'all being totally committed to making that shit work, then it's going to fail regardless. Mm-hmm. I feel like you have to make sure the man is also feeling love just like the woman is feeling love. You feel what I'm saying? It's like if I'm not feeling that you appreciate me at the end of the day, like you not feeling appreciated at the end of the day, then there's no harmony. There's no unity. There's no union at all. You have to make sure that you go out of your way to make sure that both of y'all are seeing that. Both sides of that heart, as you want to put it, need to see that you are putting forth the effort to make this relationship work. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. There's nobody that needs to feel more than the other. You know what I'm saying? Whenever y'all truly are trying to make something work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's if I fall down on my finances, then I expect my better half to be looking for other ways to make that shit work. If I'm out here going through some mental instabilities, then I expect for my better half to be trying to look for some kind of cure in the fucking world to make my shit right the way it was again. If my back don't went the fuck out, I expect for her to be pushing my wheelchair. You feel what I'm saying? If my hands get chopped off, I expect for you to be over there doing the 1-2 every night over the stove.
That's the 50-50.
That's the 50-50.
But I don't feel like that. Sorry. I don't feel like that's 50-50. I feel like that's 100-100. Or like submission, if we're going to submit to each other, it should be 100-100, not 50-50. Like you can't give
then
half.
we on 200 if I'm doing my math correct. I'm just saying 50-50 is the whole thing.
I don't feel like I feel like there's no room.
Yeah, you definitely want to give your 100, your all in it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
In turns, we're going to get 50-50 in this relationship because us 50-50 make a whole to 100.
Right.
No, but a half a person plus a half a person don't make a whole person and make a whole mess.
But what I'm saying is the 50 is my 100. Yeah. The 50 is my 100. I'm giving my whole self
we
to this.
Come in, be
yeah, I mean, I got to give half. I got to give my entire self for half of this relationship. Yeah. If that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Because it's supposed to be a union, right? It's supposed to be a yin and yang. Yeah. You're supposed to be the light. I'm supposed to be the dark, or the vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But that's the 50-50. Like it's a whole, and then it's a half of me, and then it's a half of you, and we're making a whole. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where the 50-50 come in. But I feel like nobody should change who they need to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you need to change who you are. I feel like if you jumping into a relationship, you need to do the exact same thing you was doing when you were single. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Rather than you in everybody's inbox, or you know what I'm saying, or you giving the mailman the time of day because he kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? I feel like whenever y'all are in a relationship, it needs to be stated what the hell y'all both want. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just from my point of view. It needs to be stated up front what you were looking for in a relationship. If one person is looking for children and the other person ain't looking for children, then y'all probably don't need to be together. Because in the long run, it's gonna be a problem.
But compromise happen though, man.
I mean, compromise does happen, but the other person have to be willing to compromise. Yeah. Because there's some people out there that's not willing to go back. They didn't have their kids. I'm done having my babies. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go back to doing that shit. I done did the whole baby stages. I'm out of that. I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? And then, but you need to state that up front. Don't have people drag along thinking that they gonna get something that's not there.
Not gonna get, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just how I feel. And then if you are in a relationship, I feel like you need to be able to compromise whatever to make that shit work. You know what I'm saying? If you truly want to be in this union. You know what I mean? Period.
What it boils down to is that 50-50 is always a compromise, man. It's always your 100, but you.
Okay, I was gonna say, 50-50.
I'm bringing it home for you. I'm bringing it home for you. Just give me a sec, man. I'm gonna make my point for you. But yeah, man. Yeah, so. All right, man. This has been a long one, boy. We done put some time in this one, boy.
Sir.
It's been a talk, man. I appreciate y'all sitting over here on Big Go, you know, hanging with us, man. We've been doing it.
Hey, man, and hit subscribe, man. We're trying to get to where we got 40 subscribers, 50 subscribers.
50,
so we can go live and we can have, the questions in the background, and y'all can interact with us live while we doing our thing. You know what I mean?
Please go to the YouTube, man. Durka, all caps.
We're almost there.
All caps. Durka Podcast.
Yeah.
And hit the like, the subscribe, and hit your notifications too if you want to just hear us, man, but. Right. Please help us out. We're trying to get somewhere, man.
And blast that email one more time for me. If you got questions, if you got, anything, any kind of suggestions about the show. I mean, every time you look at this show, it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. We done got some new equipment. We're kind of playing with it. You know what I'm saying? But every time you look at this show, it's going to be a little something different. So, if y'all got any kind of questions or anything,
hit up that Durka Podcast at gmail.com. We checking and making sure, man, but make sure we trying to get this YouTube up, man. So y'all make sure y'all go on there and help us out, man. One time, y'all want to give out y'all contact information, because I know people on here asking me. I'm about to give it to y'all. Give me one sec.
Tori Henderson on Facebook, Story Henderson Gems on Instagram, and Chocolate Boss T on TikTok.
Chocolate Boss T on TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Nicholas I.W. Campbell on Instagram and Facebook. You can look for me on TikTok. I think it's Trade Day 32. Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna be with you every Sunday, 6 p.m. Man, y'all tune in.
Yep. And we got the TikTok up too. It's Durka Podcast. We're gonna start going live. I just got to get this other equipment, for it.
Right.
But we're gonna start going live on there too. And y'all can hit me up on my Insta, and it's DM Creations __. So come on with it, man. Make sure y'all hit me up, man. Well, yeah, this been a good one, man. I appreciate y'all again, man. We putting this content on us, man.
Already.
Stay tuned.
Hey, I was about to say, yeah, man. Get ready for these interviews and these shows, man.
Coming up, man. I was about to put it out there, man. Come on, man. Shit. But yeah, we got interviews coming up, man. We about to go ahead and switch it up a little bit, man. Go ahead and bring something new to the podcast. Step out of our, realm a little bit, build a little bit. Be submissive to the podcast.
Right.
But yeah, stay tuned because on the 30th, in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing the interview. But next week, we're going to we're going to bring another podcast to y'all.
Another hot topic.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I want to bring something out, if I'm going to let y'all go ahead and take the table because I've been kind of running things, man. I don't want to hog. So I don't want to be no hog, man. So yeah, I'll get my help on that. But we'll let y'all know what it is next week. Y'all just make sure we're gonna be shooting these promos too coming up. So stay tuned, man. Y'all know y'all can get at me on Facebook too, Daryl Mitchell, and that's where I'll be putting a lot of content to where y'all can just find, man. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign on out on this one, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in one more time.
Already.
Durka Podcast, we out.
Let go.